Hey, the Chief said you were the only one he liked.
Well, first of all, we ain't gonna start with the Chief because I got some shit to say about that.
Lakers legend, Showtime Laker as well. The one and only Byron Scott is in the building, joining the show right now as well. How you doing, B. Scott?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. What's going on? What up, Coop?
B, I'm glad you're here, man, because you got to have my back. That bullshit that Robert Parish said. So we're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Coop, you know I got your back like a backpack, boy. And fuck Robert Parish. You know he ain't shit. It's all good. You know, fuck the Celtics, all of them.
Oh, and I texted him this morning and he said, "The motherfuckers gonna say that shit about me too." And they better. He said they better say that about me.
He damn right, and that's exactly how we feel.
Hey, I love it. I miss it, man. I miss old school coaching. Shit, I miss that shit. Make me want to coach again. I'm like, shit. That's what sports was supposed to be about, man. But back to the bit. Go ahead.
JB, he ain't getting no browning points by talking about he like me, Kareem, and Worthy. Fuck him. If he like us three, he gotta like all of us. He can't like half of us.
I love this, man.
Yeah, he didn't mention Big Scott. He didn't mention Byron. I'm like, shit. What's up with that? So,
hey, JB, it's all good. I couldn't stand his ass anyway, so he ain't had to mention me. It's all good.
He said, please don't mention me. I don't want you to mention me.
Don't mention me that you like me. Shit, I don't like you, so don't mention me. So we good.
For the fans who didn't see the moment that we keep referring to, can we just show the clip real quick just so the fans can see it and then give Coop and B. Scott a chance to react and respond?
Those motherfuckers, and they didn't like us. I'm going to be honest, there's only 3 Lakers that I would not look the other way if I saw them motherfuckers coming. That's Kareem, that's Worthy, and that's Cooper. The rest of them damn Lakers, fuck them. That's how you heard me say it. That's right. Fuck all of them.
You didn't say Magic in that list?
Did I stutter?
He said fuck them.
I respect Kareem because what Kareem did off the court for justice, social justice for all. I respect Michael Cooper for what he brings mentality-wise, and I respect Worthy because we went into the hall together.
All right.
Rest of them motherfucking Lakers, fuck all of them.
Respond, Coop. You go first, Coop. How you feeling about that?
Hey, Coop said, don't give him a pass because he said my name. Cooper already said, don't give him a...
There's some other words I want to use that I won't use on this show, but you know what?
I mean, you can say whatever.
Fuck you too, Robert Parish. You, all of them, man. Go ahead, B.
Chief, fuck you and the host you rode in on, dog. That's all I got to say. And the other thing I got to say is you talk about you respect King Kareem's, what he did off the court. You didn't respect them numbers he was putting on your ass on the court. Just give him all his due respect.
And that sky hook he kept looking at.
That sky hook that he was busting your ass with. Respect that too. That's all I'm saying. But like she said, it was the best rivalry in basketball. We hated their ass. They hated us. And when we all retired, the good thing about it, I was coaching, so I got a chance to run into Larry Bird on a number of occasions, Kevin McHale on a number of occasions, Cornbread, Maxwell, Danny Ainge. And the thing that we found out is that we hated each other so fucking much is because we had the same mentality. We wanted to win. It wasn't about the name on the back of the jersey. It was about the name on the front. And we wanted to represent our organizations, with class, with dignity, with respect to others, and we wanted to win. And that was all it was about. And so, I expect, I just like all the Celtics, I respect all of them, but fuck them. All of them kiss my ass.
I love it. I watch you. I go on, I go on Matt and All the Smoke too with them guys. And so I see you guys. I see you on there. You two guys will go on there and drop it. So I love seeing the real talk, old school heads. That's what we were about, man. I love it. Were you guys the greatest rivalry in all of sports? Lakers, Celtics. We had a poll question today. That's the poll question. Is the Lakers Celtics the greatest rivalry in all of sports? Now, I don't care what sport it is. I'm going to say yes.
That's easy. Yes, without a doubt.
Yeah, yes, I don't believe there's anything other.
I think, I was at the airport the other day, and a couple of people walked up to me, and usually people have to have a good basketball eye to know who I am. And this guy walks up and said, Coop, you know what? Basketball has never, ever been the same since then. And it doesn't matter what era comes and goes, whether it was, obviously ours was in the 80s, but the 90s, 2000. If the Lakers and Celtics get together in a championship game, the standards go way high, and people enjoy that kind of basketball. Now you've had different players that's come and gone, but still, that Celtic Laker rivalry is one that will always be in people's minds, because as you grow through the years, even through the 2000s, and no, there was no Kareem, Magic, Byron, or Coop. People still, and like Byron says, it's not about necessarily the name on the back, but it's that name on the front. And those two iconic organizations will always lead this league in the most rivalry, most hated two teams that ever go after a championship. And that's why they have 18 right now. We have 17, and it's going to always continue to be that way.
One thing when we had Robert on, he was talking about like the trash talk that the Celtics would do internally. I'm assuming when you guys played against each other, it was a lot of trash talk on that court. I know I'm putting y'all on the spot, and no worries if it can't come to mind. But is there any any moment where whether it was from Larry or from Parish or just it was a big time game where a certain thing they said or you guys said or something that just really triggered you? Did something stand out for either one of you?
Trash talking wise, Larry was probably the best at it, and he did it under his breath. But he did it so you could hear it.
Yeah,
he did it so you could hear it. He'd tell you shit like, I'm going over here to the corner, catch it, and shoot it, and shit y'all can do about it. Shit like that. But for me, most of it, because my rivalry with Danny Ainge, when I came to the league was just I just tried to physically beat the shit out of him. It was one of those type of things that we didn't speak a whole lot of words. It was just like every time the shot went up, you got your head looking up, and I'm coming behind you. I'm gonna hit you in your fucking back as hard as I could, and I'm gonna run down the other end and play like I didn't touch you. So it was those physical and mental type of games that we played with them. But again, that's why we both were so great, is because you knew you couldn't just win from a physical standpoint. You had to win that mental game as well, and that's why both teams were so good, man.
And in fairness, the Chief gave you guys all the credit. He gave you guys all the kudos. He was like, "Hey, the Lakers beat our ass." To be honest, he's like, "If we would have had, he mentioned Bias,
then Bias, and then
and Reggie, and he was like, "Hey, man, maybe if those guys would have played and been around, it would have been different." But he said, "Lakers beat our ass. They got it better of us." So he did say that.
Hey, JB, if my uncle had, he'd be my damn aunt. Okay, so. So I want to hear about all that if shit. You play with the guys you play with. Play with the guys you play with. I want to hear that shit.
Hey, we coaches, man. That's what I said. My auntie had balls, she'd be my uncle. Shit.
Right. And if my aunt had, that's right.
Right, and he flipped, exactly.
If my uncle had a slit, he'd be my aunt. Okay, so let's just get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, that's real. That's real, man.
I'm gonna remember that one. That's pretty good.
Hey, cool. I got you guys
heard that one before.
Hell yeah. I got you guys for 2 minutes. I appreciate you guys. Let me ask you something. You just mentioned the jersey number, a name on the front is more than the name on the back. And I think we've lost that. But NBA draft just is going on right now. This kid, Ace Bailey, says he don't want to play for the Jazz. This is kind of what the new era of kid has become. I don't get it. I don't know when these kids thought that they became more or bigger than the game itself. I think it's a backhanded slap in the face. But where you at with these new kids that are like, I don't want to play for you. I don't want to go in the game. I'm not doing this. We've seen the Deontay Johnson in the NFL saying he refused to go in the game because it was 40 fucking degrees in Baltimore last year. Where you at with this entitlement of these new kids?
Go ahead, B.
No, just that. Like you said, it's entitlement. We all thought back in the day when we got drafted, that was the easy part. The hard part is staying in the league 10, 15 years, so you worked your ass off and you were blessed to be drafted, and you took it as that, so you were like, look, man, I'm going to have to work my ass off. These kids now, they come in here, their hands are looking like cups because they looking at you like, what you going to give me? It's like, no, it's the other way around, brother. What can you do for me? I done been there, done that, so again, you can go all the way back, JB, to AAU basketball, the entitlement that they felt if they didn't play, if the coach didn't play them, they just go to another team, and the parents have a lot to do with that shit too. Let's just be real, because again, hard work, there's no substitute for it. And you look at the great guys who have played in this league, all of them have always been talked about their work ethic and what they brought to the table every single night and how they didn't take days off or nights off. And they had that type of respect for the game. So these kids nowadays, man, they just looking for the bag. They're not looking to leave a legacy. And that's the crazy part to me is once you get drafted, you gotta take that shit to the tilt, and I don't understand a lot of these kids right now.
And for that young man to say that he don't want to play, you just got to remember this is the NBA. It don't matter where you play. You made it to the pinnacle, and you got drafted. And, just think of the kids that didn't get drafted and wanted to play this game. So for him to say that is like, that's kind of weird. But as Byron stated, that's today's players, and it's not what have I done for the game. It's what are you going to do for me?
And you guys attest that to the NIL and the shit that's happening in college already enabling these kids beyond what we've ever thought would ever happen. These kids are pay to play now, and now they're coming into the man's leagues expecting the same shit. Like, I control the narrative. Is that what's happening?
I think there's no hunger anymore. Like when we came up, man, most of us were playing because our families didn't have much and we wanted to support our mom and our brothers and the rest of the family. So that hunger was there and we wanted to make it in the NBA. So that the money was the secondary thought. But right now, I wish I could go back 40, 50 years. They paying people to play in college where I was playing for free. Hey, man, I mean, it's a different league now, different world. And, we have a thread. We have a Showtime thread. And Michael Thompson put on the thread. He goes, you know what? We were born 60 years too soon, the way things are happening in the NBA.
I love it, man.
Hey, JB, I agree with Coop because I think the hunger, like you said, there's no incentive now. Because you're already getting the bag before you can get in the league. There's no incentive to work hard, to try to get better, to try to get paid. I mean, if that's your number one goal is getting paid, you got to do all the work to get to that level. But right now they're getting paid in college. You get drafted, some of them are taking a pay cut. When they come to the NBA, we wasn't getting no money. So like Coop said, our incentive. Number one was to make it to help our family. So, it wasn't all about the money. It was all about just making it to the NBA and staying there as long as possible so you can take care of your family. Well, when you come in the league now, these guys are already paid, so the incentive to get better, to be the best version of yourself on a basketball court, that incentive is gone because they've already so we switched it up because when Coop and I came in the league, you had to work your ass off to get that first contract, to get that big contract. These guys already got that big contract. When they first come to the league, they got the big contract. So again, where's the incentive for these guys to continue to work and get better?
Hey, Coop, I on Netflix, I said, I think all D1 kids should play a year at JUCO. I said, it's football jail. Let their ass come here and really appreciate the Alabamas when they go there. I bet you'd see less than half of them cats would be getting kicked out of the 4-year school for doing some stupid shit. What if I said, send his ass to the Big Three then, Ace Bailey? You don't want to play for the Jazz? Go beat his ass up for a year and then go back. I'm just saying. Hey, the Big Three.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Miami play the Ball Hogs this weekend, Sunday. That's your third game this year?
Yeah. Third game. We're 1-1, trying to come out of this hole. There's only 8 games this year, so every game is very important, and we already lost one. We can't lose anymore.
No doubt.
And then B. Scott, man, tell the people where they can find your podcast, man, Fast Break. I feel like every day I'm swiping on Instagram and I'm seeing big moments and clips. Let the people know. And shout out to my guy, Brian, for helping making this possible. That's my guy, producer of the podcast. The BA, man, that's my brother. Man.
Yeah, I mean, Byron Scott's Fast Break, man, we're on everything that's streaming, basically. You can go to YouTube and find us. And we have a whole lot of great guests. My boy Coop, obviously. I always got to have my Showtime boys on there. Coop was on, James was on, AC, my boy Urban Magic Johnson, who y'all all know. So we make it a LA reunion when we do the podcast, and when we meet up somewhere, man, y'all wouldn't understand how fun it is when we all get together. Man, we talk so much shit. You got the
Chief on?
Hell no, I ain't had the Chief on. But you know what? Chief, come on the Byron Scott podcast. We like to do it live, though. I want him to come in studio so I can see his ass, look his ass eye to eye. Well, I got to look up, but look his ass eye to eye, and tell him I couldn't stand your ass either, but thank you for coming.
Hey, B. Scott, shit might get physical, though. You know what I mean? You might have a flashback. I get in person.
Hey, I got BA there. It can get physical. BA play hockey. He knocked somebody's ass out. So, I got backup, so it's all good.
Hey,
I love it, man.
I love you guys, man. I can't thank you guys enough. I know you guys are busy, man, taking time out. Big Three, go check it out. Go check out B. Scott and the Fast Break podcast. And hopefully we can do it again. I'll see you guys at the Pump Brothers for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right.
JB. Thank you, brothers.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, brother.
Yes,